Well, first I'll say I thought Seton Hall played a really good basketball game. I think they're fighting, for their NCAA resume and their spot in the tournament for March. Um, we did not play with any kind of desperation or the same level of heart as they did. I'm really disappointed with how we performed. Really disappointed by what I've been fighting with this group every day since last Monday, which was competitive spirit, zeal, toughness, emotional stability, and we let those things get away. We didn't play a very good game. We had 9 turnovers at half. So did they. Our turnovers turned into some layups at the other end. Fighting that battle every day with this group. Live ball turnovers, no layups in transition. And today, and I thought this might happen at some point. I just didn't think it would be in our own building, that a game would get away from us. So I'm really disappointed. And going to try not to let that happen again. Questions?
Coach, your team had 12 points in the paint tonight. How do you get your players better looks within the perimeter?
Yeah, it's a good question. I thought that one of the things we could do against Seton Hall was we could potentially try and post it. One of the ways you stop the runs is you want to throw the ball in lane, try and get a basket, try and get some free throws. So if you're having a hard time scoring, if you can get to the free throw line, you catch your wind, you can get back on defense, set your defense. We just didn't get enough baskets or free throws in the low post. The fact of the matter is, I will now spend some more time on offense. I used to be considered a creative offensive guy. I've worked with the staff to get our guys in a place where they knew they could win, and I thought for 2 games they felt like they could. I don't have an answer for this. I'm embarrassed by our performance. I'm surprised by our 2 steps back today. I don't know why it was that way. But this team's mental strength is fragile. And so when you it's unusual, you'd say, athlete in the Big East, scholarship guy, fragile ego. But we have a room full of, guys that aren't confident. And so every day I try and create confidence with the team. Compliments, competition in practice, winning team, all those kind of things. So, but at the end of the day, our guys are going to have to step and play better and play with much more strength of heart.
Hey, Coach, obviously you're dealing with some injuries here with KT and Caleb Murphy and Chico Carter. Do you feel like that has something to do with tonight and maybe the offensive rhythm not really going intact?
Does have it impacts our team for sure. I've been around this a long time, and when one injury comes down a team's way, it can really hurt you. And you can, short term, you can put a Band-Aid on it. Those are good players. But at the end of the day, we know who we are. We know this is going to be who we're going to be going forward. So the answer's got to come from within the room, from within the team. And I just said to the team, we're not backing up as a staff, as a program. We're going to figure this out. I don't know what the results are going to be. I think I said that last week. Don't really care about the results right now. I have a team of guys that want to feel sorry for themselves. Can't do that. We have no time to feel sorry for ourselves. All we can do is drive these guys to a higher place emotionally and get the most out of them. And I just said to the group, if you can't handle what's about to come your way now, because we made strides the last week. If you can't handle what's about to come your way, because I have to turn the heat up on these guys, then step aside. I don't need any of the scholarship guys. I'll take the walk-ons, but we're gonna fight with much more ferocity than we just did tonight. We may get it. There's going to be a game that's going to get away from us. I get it. I know what I'm up against, but it shouldn't be for lack of effort, toughness, and will to win.
Jaden Henley tonight was 0 for 6 from the field, but on the defensive end had 5 steals. So what did you like from him on that side?
So Jaden's still trying to find his way. I'd love to say that he played well at defense. He's got a lot to learn, and he's another guy that I think we need to get more out of him, not from offense or defense, just he's got to be more invested in the game. And a lot of times when I say invest in the game, it's about your own individual toughness, right? At the end of the day, that team's not overly skillful, Seton Hall. They're pretty tough. And the reason why they're winning is toughness. And so I've got to find a way to extract this group's toughness and figure out there's a way to get these guys to figure out that they want to get there. And so I'm going to challenge this group next 3 days before we play the Xavier game. We're going to get more out of this group. We're going to play better on Saturday. We're going to hopefully play like we did against Marquette in the first half against Creighton. and we'll see. There's no one player that deserves platitudes tonight. I just said to the group, the one play that made me really proud is 150-pound Jalen Terry tried to take a charge against a 220-pound guard going as fast as he could. That took real courage, and that needed to be applauded. I think his teammates knew it after I said it. They may not have seen it, but those are the players and the plays that can elevate a group, and we need more of that. Okay.
Coach, one more player to pinpoint for me. You've had cold stretches from Jeremiah as of late. How do you get his confidence back going forward?
Yeah, it's a good question because, Jeremiah came here with his own expectations that he was going to make a real impact in this program. We really love him as a kid. He's got all the physical ability in the world, and we need him to play better. I would say to you, it's incumbent upon him to, I can compliment J.O. all you want. I can run some stuff for him. He had 3 wide open shots that weren't close. And I think as an athlete, sometimes you're searching for confidence, and we give it to him every day in practice. We run some plays for him. We try and get him shots. His teammates know to get him shots. But at the end of the day, it's a hard league. You better be able to bring it. And I just said that to J.O. You didn't bring it, and you dropped your head. And so we need more from you. And so I didn't say it quite that way. I said it a different way. But we need each of these guys to be able to bring it. And, we'll compliment them. We're going to try and get them to a higher state of mind in terms of confidence. But some of this is you got to bring it yourself. You got to bring a competitive zeal that's unmatched. And I'm struggling with where to go with that with this group. And I'm going to keep pointing it out in a positive way and say we need more from you. But competitive spirit is where we need to go with this group. We're going to try and pinpoint some things. Okay? Thank you, guys.